Happy Thanksgiving to everyone watching from the United States. And to our, excuse me, to our armed forces everywhere. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Yes, I normally do these on Sundays, but I was painting last night and I had a couple of these to do, and I wanted to show some ones that I have done. This is one that my mom gave me, and I fixed it up and made it look really, really nice. So this is all ceramic paints, all ceramic craft paints. I use Ceramcoat. I also use folk art. I use apple barrel. I use Craftsmart. I also use Deco Art. I use a lot of paints. So if you're first time watching, I have a giant collection of curated paints and sets and stuff that I have, and I usually do this every Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern time. And I wanted to just sit and paint for a little bit. And that's the back of that one. These are ceramic ornaments that are from maybe early 1990s that my mom had. This is one that's not painted. It's a little bear sitting on a rocking horse. And I have a, I'll pull this out. I have a couple here that I need to do. This is just a small sample of them. So what I was actually going to do, I was going to get out a couple of these bears. Actually, I should paint those guys. So my mom started to paint some of these, but I don't know why she only had metallic paints. So we're going to make these nice and fancy. This little, I've all kind of this container is filled with all kinds of different ones. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the bears away. Let me do the mice. This one was cute. So maybe we'll do that because I've got another little mouse here. This is a mouse on a little elephant. A Santa mouse on an elephant. Don't know. These were ceramics. I don't know the brand or what year these ones were created. There is just a little C. Where did I see the C? I saw the C. I think these were either Duncan or Mako molds. I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to pull out a few. We're going to paint them really nice. So if you don't feel like watching football, or we do like to watch the dog show. That one's fun. And our black lab was really interested in watching the dog show too. So, but I'm going to go here and not me. Hold on a second. There we are. Hold on a second. There we are. Turn down my thing. If you subscribe to the channel, put my little sign out. What? Yes, puppy dog. I love ya. I love ya. And I'm not going to do that. I was going to put hand cream on, but so apologies for my very, very dry hands. Let me, I don't want to put hand cream on and then touch these, because I also don't want to put on, I don't want to put on gloves and paint. It doesn't help me any, because sometimes the gloves can be bulky and not. I need to be able to hold these and see what I've got. So this guy is a little cute. All right. So let me put on my glasses. I'm probably going to be live until about 3 o'clock, I think. Sorry, I've got dog fur everywhere. So what I'm going to do is, this guy was all metallic. I'm not too crazy about all the metallics on it. So I'm going to reduce that and make it look a little better. What I do for some things, like instead of just applying metallic to these, like this, the metallic paints I find are kind of transparent, and you end up having to apply more than one layer. And I'm kind of a one layer kind of person, maybe two, just depends. So what I will do is I will paint something, a base coat of the color that I want it to be metallic, and then I will put the matching metallic color over it. And that really helps, because it helps get the metallic off, or to show through. As a sample here on this guy, I painted his jacket the same color blue, and then applied this ice blue dazzling Deco Art over top of it, and it really, really helps it pop. It also makes the colors richer. This color here is, what did I use? This was a color shift. Hi, Jerlea. Thank you for joining. Happy Turkey Day. If you are a subscriber, you can join in the chat if you have any questions about what I do, what paints I use, and everything. Feel free to jump in. Yeah, these are cute. I've got this is, my mom gave me these to really just paint the eyes in, and I'm looking at them like, yeah, they need some touching up. I'm, I need to up the level on them. So I'm doing a lot of touch-ups on them because, like for this guy here, his ears, there's pink up here, and there's missing spots. Love my mom dearly. I do, but I need to clean these up. So, but what I will do with these after they are all are done, I will spray them with a clear coat glaze. Usually is what I use, and then they last for whatever. So, so they were really originally they looked like this. Sorry, I'm answering Julie in the chat. They normally will look like this. My mom went through and painted, took what paints she had and painted them. I may have even painted these back in the 90s. I don't remember. I kind of remember this one. I kind of remember this one, but I don't know. But so I'm just going to touch some of them up here. And let's put this guy up to the back. So, and we've always just painted the bears brown and painted the mice gray. That was just our thing. I will grab these two. These are two that I finished earlier. Was it last week? A little kitty and another little mouse. So, but when we painted these at the time, we probably only had maybe 20 paints. Now I have like 400, 500 paints, and I can really get some different colors in them. I can apply different, the color shifts. I can apply glitter. I can do all kinds of things to them. So they are all, they all just definitely need to be moved into the 21st century. So yeah, but a lot of paint. But the fun thing is I probably still have those 20 paints that I started out with, because there is these two here are some of my oldest paints. Pardon, this is old parchment, and this is maple sugar, and they don't make these anymore. Occasionally you may even see, like, I still have the stickers on some of them. Some of them I bought from Ames. If you remember Ames and Hills and all those fun stores. Alrighty, so there you are. Here's this. Where is my tan? There it is. Or not tan. Okay. Let me put these guys away because I don't need them right off the bat. Okay. That's a nice blue. Oh, raw sienna. That goes right there. Knock stuff over. I'm trying to find the right paintbrush. This is the paintbrush. All right. So first, I'm going to, and the other problem is of the paints my mom used to paint on these, I may not actually have a matching one. Like this copper, I may have one that's like it. but I may not have that exact one. Even like this light blue. And I have, did I pull it out? No, I left it over there. I don't think I have a light blue to match that. So he's going to get altered. All right. I promise I won't talk too much. Oh my gosh. Heck. Hold on. Here it is. Move him off to the side because I did. Actually, I see I need to touch. No, I'm not going to touch him. Oh, wait. Sorry, I need my magnifying glass, and I will try to remember as I do. Sometimes when I get too focused, I pull the thing in closer to me. I do have nerds, but I also have something. Oh my gosh, these are delicious. Lemon head ropes. Oh my god, these things are delicious. These things are crazy, crazy good. I love them. I need a whole bunch of them. I love lemon stuff. Lemon and lime. That's always been my go-to. So, but I forgot to bring up a Coke. But I can survive. But I saw in the stores the other day that there's a lot of Ferrera Pan, I think is how you pronounce, is the one that makes the lemon heads. They make a lot of other candies. I think they make Smarties and sweet tarts and things like that too. Apologies if I'm absolutely wrong on that, but I have seen other ropes candies of like sweet tarts and things. But yeah, these guys. So, this guy, his eyes are closed, so I'm good there. But what I normally do is just give this an extra. Extra coat. And I've also seen freeze-dried candies. I have and that's also seemed to be a new thing this year. I have Skittles ones that just every so often I have to have a Skittle. And I know this part is just kind of sloppy, but it will be cleaned up quite good. So I don't know if you can see. This guy, some pink has gotten here and some gray has gotten there. I'll clean them up good and make it look really good. And I got my puppy underneath my feet. The other one's downstairs with my husband. Oh, he's cute. All right. I've never heard of Bruno's. Whoop. Actually, what am I doing? I want to do this guy too. I'll do all these together. Looks like one of us tried to do this one. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to tell with these. I know we painted a whole bunch of these like in the late 80s and stuff. So going to be. And I think Mom might have also like mixed paints. She might have mixed paints that were for indoor, outdoor use, or satin that just doesn't work. Doesn't look right with plain matte colors. Okay. So there's you. Did you? These little guys. Dip this paint. I was so happy to see a couple of snowflakes out there today. I'm gonna put the dogs outside. I saw Michigan getting walloped by some snow. I wish Pittsburgh can get some lake effect snows if it's strong enough, but otherwise it doesn't. We don't get much. North central Pennsylvania would. I don't know. When my mom traveled down, was that last week? Yeah, it was last week. She did say that some places, like Evansburg, had some snow, even a little bit of Altoona. If you're coughing in the background, apologies. It's my husband downstairs. And here I am pulling it closer so you can't see what I'm doing. This will help. knew I was going to do that sooner or later. That's the only problem with painting these things is that I want to pull them close to me so that I can see what I'm painting. And yeah, this guy needs his face cleaned up a little bit. All right. Sal's doing good. Under Wonderstorm watch. Oh, 4 to 7 inches. Oh, I wish I could get 4 to 7 inches of snow. Having snow is better than having all the mud. I've actually had to cordon off a section of my yard because the dogs have ran through one section so much that there's no grass growing, and so when it rains, or it just turns to mud, and then they run through it, and then they come into the house, and then I have to clean all the mud off their feet and everything, and it's just crazy. So I've actually put up a fence around so that they can't do that. Where did I put battery? So this guy I already did. So I'm going to move him over. This is also one of my older paints. This is Hippo Gray, and I do believe this is actually still an active color that Ceramcoat makes. Let's get back to these guys. Like I said, I probably will paint until about 3, maybe 3:30. And we are going to we are not going to see family this year. It's been kind of crazy and chaotic for personal reasons. And so like I said, I'm going to be live probably about till 3:30 or so, maybe 3 or 3:30, just depends. And then we are actually going to go we're going to go out to eat. We're going to go to a Indian restaurant and have a very non-traditional Thanksgiving. Normally on Thursdays, I'm in the office, and I stop by that place on Thursdays anyways to get groceries. Oh, that's weird. Why is that line there? Huh. There's a divot right here on these things that makes it look like the nose or whatever should extend over there. That's weird. Ouch, ouch, ow. Ouch, sorry. I hate when I get one of those stinging nerve pains in my foot. Just Just makes it feel weird. I mean, yeah, don't bump me. Somebody just got out from underneath me and bumped me. So as you can see probably here, the difference between just having it a matte color and the shiny color. So I'll probably I hear a high-pitched whining sound. This is weird. I'm hearing a very high-pitched whine sound. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it was my neighbor and his leaf blower. Oh. My neighbor is something special. Put it that way. It might actually be him doing it. One time he was out at midnight trying to blow the leaves out of his yard. Yep, now I don't hear it. Let's see. Yeah, somebody's out there with a leaf blower because now it's in a lower speed. Yep. That's what we used to do. We used to sit down and paint these and just between me and my mom, and then if we went to the lady's place who actually sold these things to us, we would it was just kind of just to sit down and to work on whatever you wanted to work on. Would you knock over? Uh-huh. No, no, no. I can't pet you. I will come back in with a finer tip and get this. I just want to do the... Yes, Sabine. I definitely need to trim her toenails. Some of these might actually be from 19, oh geez, like the, as I said, late 80s, because I remember one year we painted a whole bunch of these for every kid that was in our local church and personalized them. I do remember painting one like this before. Yeah. It's hard to tell on some of these, like where some things start and where some things end. Like, I think for the shoes here, we just kind of like, yeah, we think it ends there. Some of these molds were either not, I should say molds. Some of these items were either not cleaned good, scraped. If you... Will you get under me and stay? Sorry. She's just being a pain. There you go. I know she's hungry, actually. One of the other nights I was doing this, and I think I gave her, last Sunday I was doing this, and I gave her a bone to give her a bone and gave her Aussie a bone. And the lab likes to steal the Aussie's bones if she's not, if she leaves her bone alone or doesn't finish it. And she did that, and the lab went downstairs and went, "Oh, thank you." And the Aussie let her know in on certain terms to go play in traffic. Nicely. Well, actually, it wasn't very nicely because whatever she said to the black lab, the black lab was actually scared of her for the rest of the night, and it was so funny. It actually, and then carried on into the next day too. She was scared of the Aussie, and it was so funny because I was doing this live, and all of a sudden you hear "yipe." She let her have it and did not get her bone. The only problem in doing these, I have to, like, when I put my finger down on something, I want to make sure why is there a big giant hair on this? What the heck? Where'd you come from? Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. All right. We finally woke up early enough to watch Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Actually watched it live. You know when you're getting old when you watch those things and you're like, who in the world is that? What is this? Who is that singer? Who is... I'm like... And I know some of them are from, like, Broadway musicals and things like that, and I'm not into Broadway musicals. So there's a lot of those I have to go, don't know them. They have a nice voice, but I don't know them. I wouldn't. Yep. I have not seen Wicked. I don't really fully know the story behind it. I have not seen the movie, any of the movie, or either movie. Don't know if I will. There's a lot of movies I've not watched lately. I mean, I wanted to see like Bohemian Rhapsody and things like that. I just haven't. But if it's a Marvel movie, I'm all in. I want movies that'll, that are feel good, happy, and yay, yay, the good guy wins kind of thing. And I don't know. So I will play Marvel movies over and over and over and over and over. Marvel, Star Wars, any of those. Okay, I don't think I am missing. See, now that's a lot cleaned up than what it was. Sal's downstairs listening to the National Dog Show, and John Hurley said he said they were talking about the English sheepdog that has that's just a ball of fur and you can't see his eyes or anything, and he said that if you lift up the fur and you only see one eye, you're at the wrong end of the dog. Oh, so that was our good laugh for the day. I will do black for the eyes. I will do them. Just so you can see one side by side here what I'm going to do. This guy, I will fix his eyes up to look like this, but he'll be looking down because it looks like that's the way they actually have it sculpted like that. This guy has his eyes closed like he's really, really blowing the horn, but he can't blow the horn because he's stuck inside the horn and it's not going to let him do anything. So that is, where in the heck did that come from? There's a great big hair stuck on this one. Oh, I'll have to get that later. Let's see here. The spot here I missed. Oh, I need to clean the brush. There we go. Oh, I forgot the top of his nose. Trying to make sure I cover up all of the metallic gray that was all over him. Oh, gee, look at that. I totally forgot to paint the back of that guy. All right, let's fix that. That's an easy fix. Actually, let me stop this. There's a little spot. Just give me the bigger brush. I really like using these angled brushes because I feel like they can get down into the corners really good and go around good. This is usually my go-to brush. I like to use it more than any of the other, than like a round brush or something. Round brushes I prefer to use for details, but these guys I can get into crevices, I can get into, spread the paint around real good. Looks like right here in this little divot here, I can go zip right along, and it works. Aha, okay. I may have actually painted this way, way, way back then at some point, because I'm seeing right here there is a base coat. And then the gold was applied over top of it. So, yeah, I may have painted this one a long time ago. So yeah, some of these ornaments are $40 years old at least. Okay, so there's no tail that we're missing. All right, he's good. Since I got this big one. These nubs that they put on for to hold the ornament are just so weird. It's like to make it part of the mouse's ear. That's just so funny. Oh, I meant to take a picture of these beforehand so that I could show Mom what it looked like before and what it looked like after. I could probably still do that. I don't know if I can do it while I'm using my phone as my camera for this live stream. Hello. Hold on 1 second. I gotta mute everybody here. Okay. There I am. Okay. Sorry about that. Tomorrow is my mom's birthday, so she just wanted to know if I was. She wanted to make sure that I wasn't coming up tomorrow. Apparently, my brother is now going to make a turkey, but I don't really want to drive 3 hours just for turkey. Not right now. And I will actually be seeing her in 2 weeks anyways, so her poor puppy dog has cataracts, and so she brought her here last week to an ophthalmologist or whatever for dogs, or veterinary ophthalmologist. And it's going to cost her a lot of money, but poor puppy dog can't see. And she's got a lot of steps in her house, so she needs to be able to. Her dog only weighs like 27 pounds, but she can't pick her up that well. So the dog needs to get around on her own. Ooh, jeez. Let's see. Can I do anything else with this? No. Okay. I'll probably FaceTime everybody tomorrow and pick on them. All right. Oh, no, one second. I'm going to do one thing here before I. Okay. I just had to refresh the paint in the cap here. Okay. But I told Mom I was painting these, and so she's like, "Oh, okay." She'll be 76. Minus 30, whatever. She was. It was a song we heard the other day. I can't remember now what it was. I can't remember something. How old you were? 70 plus minus 36 plus 8 or something like that. I can't remember now. It was a funny song. And I don't like that. Let me clean this up a little bit. I like nice, fine, crisp lines. This paintbrush in particular has a habit of suddenly one of the hairs of it will suddenly go stick out. And so I'll be painting along, nice, fine, crisp line, and all of a sudden the piece of it will go flying out the side. And you're like, will you stop doing that? Okay. All right, so the back is done. Looks good. So I just have to do the hand. So he has 3 fingers on that side and 4 fingers over here. Oh, that's funny. The only problem with painting these, and I think I've mentioned this many times before, is I will start to paint something, turn it around and put my finger right on the spot that I just painted so that I could hold it and spin it and see what I need to paint. Pain in the butt. Okay. Whoops. Look at that. I missed a cheek, spot on the cheek. Little spot there. Cool. All right. Put him down. I know I got to do that guy, but I'll do them later. Oh, you know what time it is? It's lemonade time. And they are so cool. They're just these little sticks. Cream filled. And my husband just said yes. So whatever dog you've been watching on the dog show probably won first place or something. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to give. All right. I got your Bronco. I grabbed the pupper a bone too, so that she has something to. Come on. Sabine, come here. Come here. Backing up. Backing up. Come on. Give me a bone. Fine. Oh, these things are so good. Surely you'll get a kick out of it. When I gave the oh, cool. The Black Belgian Sheepdog one. Best in show. There was a really pretty black dog that they had. Big flowy. Not super flowy. It was kind of like a long-haired German Shepherd, but longer hair German Shepherd. It was really pretty. Walked really, when it walked, it had a nice, the fur was really, flowed really neat, so. So pardon me chewing in the yep. It's a gorgeous dog. It's really pretty. I think they said that a German Shepherd is number one. Want to go out and get a TV from Costco tomorrow, but I do not really want to go out. I should probably order it online and then pick it up. If they do that on Black Friday. I mean, I wouldn't even care if I picked it up Saturday. Okay. Now the elephant here, no, actually, I'm going to back this up. I did go over this elephant with a, what did I use? Oh, come on, stop dropping stuff. Metallic deep silver. So I'll leave it at that. But his eyes, I don't know. To me, I feel like the elephant's eyes are closed. So I'm just going to leave it like that. But this mouse is going to be so much pain in the butt because the way I mean, his other eye is there. Did I not paint that right? Or did I paint that? No, I didn't paint those at all. Crap. March. I thought I did. I don't like how this looks. Looks like I painted them, but I didn't paint the... Like I didn't give it the right... Yes, I didn't, because I see a spot here I didn't fix. But it's fun to watch the dog shows because they... Especially the agility courses that they do. Those are fun. And our black lab will watch it. Like, what are those dogs doing? And it's funny that she watches TV like that. She don't normally watch TV. She'll if you point it out to her, she'll look up and watch it. But if you don't, otherwise she just, yeah, whatever. Well, he looks like he's got a big nose. All right. Okay. Also, I don't know if you see this. My paintbrush has a ball of water right here, and I don't want that because that water will go right down into the paint, and then when I hit my paintbrush onto my item, it will like explode and just turn the color, especially for white, it'll turn it into a milky mess, and it'll just spread everywhere, and it's not good to have. So my paintbrushes are wet, and I usually just squeeze out the water just a little bit to get it. Oh, you're gonna be a pain in the butt. Alrighty, eyeball over here. Did I paint that red? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. Sorry, I was working on this last night, and the red was a metallic red, and I know I adjusted it, painted over it. What I will probably do, since his eyeball is so close to the pom-pom of the hat, Oh, this is a pain in the butt. There we go. I will probably put a color shift of, I don't have a white color shift. What do I have? I have something I can put there just to separate. Let me see if I can get this up to come up a little so you can see what I'm talking about. His eye and the bowl, the pom-pom of, woo, it's not getting in focus. Get in focus. Don't focus on my hands, focus on this. There we go. All right. The pom-pom and the eye are touching, so what I'll probably do is put a little, I mean, his eye will be colored. We'll fill it in. We'll figure out what something in case I need to separate those two items. So, let me paint your eyes. We haven't done, we haven't done Black Friday in years. And now with this day and age where everything is delivered to you, you don't have to worry about it. Here's another one where it's a little crisscross. His sleeve, I could either not put, okay, let me get back here to this side. Jeez, and drop it. Yeah, drop it. Okay, so he's got edging. I can't remember the term of it. So he's got the white fur edging here, white around his neck. We painted this strip because we thought that he needed this edging, fur at the edge of his sleeves, but we didn't do it on his feet. And there is no line marking that one should be on his feet. And there really wasn't one much on his hand. So actually what I should do is, if I keep them blue, or if I paint them, I wonder if I should paint them a different color. Because I have aqua teal, purple, a berry color, red. Do all kinds of stuff. Paint his outfit a different color. and then paint that strip right there as his outfit. And not give him white sleeves because the white is conflicting with the pom-pom of the hat. Okay. You know what? Before I finish up, let me do this. Oh, give me a good. I don't know what pink I use for his ears. I'm not actually having a bad pink. Pink eraser. Pop pink is also good. But I like pink eraser also for his nose too. And it matches the tone. Both of them do, really. Pop pink or pink eraser. Let's do pop pink. Pop pink. Let's put it in a shaker. Thanks for joining, Zerlia. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were leaving. Sorry, I'm just reading. I have the iPad here with the things, but I just read your message as far as that you have to go, not that you're going out tomorrow. My bad. Oh, my goof. Do. Did you finish your bone? Huh? Pop pink. That is a nice pink. All right. But I will probably come back and paint tonight. I probably won't do it live because I don't want to conflict with the other live stream. Because he said he's gonna do one, so I will paint. But at least you'll see what I'm doing. See what I'm painting while I'm listening to him. Yeah, it's a cleaner pink compared to the metallic pink. I just like that better. All right. Let me get his nose. It's a cuter nose. Don't put your finger on his nose. It's the only problem with painting with stuff like this. Like I said, I will touch something else that's already wet, and then I will touch something that it's already painted or something, and I'll be like, where'd that paint come from? Always do that. Yep. Listen to. He said he had something for us. Lone Wolf had something for us tonight. So. But the only thing I do have for, like, if I wanted to make, excuse me, anything turkey, I think I might have some, I know I have 2 turkey legs in the freezer. I am not super big on turkey. I will eat maybe 1 slice, maybe 2. Mashed potatoes and stuffing are my big thing. I will love and the gravy, of course. My mom makes a good gravy that we all just go nuts for, and then we will make like traditional stuffing, and then we'll mix it or make a separate thing of stovetop stuffing, and sometimes we mix the two of them together, and then after they've cooked, we mix them all together in one big giant bowl. But okay, so what? I missed a strip. And I missed a spot there. And I do like the stuffing, like if the stuffing is inside the turkey and gets the good juices from the turkey, that's good. That's why we normally all just pull it all out and mix it together. And another spot. I'm just seeing little fine hairlines of the metallic of the pink shining through. But like I said, this year we're just gonna keep it local. My family's about a 2 to 3 hour drive away, but there's stuff going on, and my brother's trying to move. My sister doesn't have her house ready. I definitely don't have my house ready. And well, hey Rhonda, thank you for joining. Again, going to I am really putting this on kind of thick because I needed to cover up that metallic. Thanks for joining us, Rhonda. Appreciate it. I was going to open up the chat to everybody, but then I usually just get people going, hi, even doing hearts and stuff and things. And I'm like, no, just. No, you're fine. You're fine with your hearts. It's just usually I get some people that have, the one time I did go live and I forgot to set it to be for subscribers only to chat, and just the people just jumped in the chat and just like did a whole line of hearts, or they just say the dumbest crap, and has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm doing or even ask any questions about what I'm doing or anything like that. They want me to say hi. They want me to like, no. So when I'm painting, I don't have, I mean, I do have my iPad in front of me now so that I can actually see chats. But, his ears are pink. That's a nice pink. I like that pink. To look to see if they still make this pink. It is one of the newer labels, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's still being made. Let me see. Nope, they don't make it anymore. Oh, thank you very much. I realize I reached 170 subscribers. Thank you so much, people. I know I need to just let's see. 330 more to go to reach 500. I've thought about putting my account out there a little bit more and putting it on. I do have an Instagram account. I don't post there that much because it's just in order to get any kind of really good exposure, you have to like really work at it. And I don't have the time for that. I take care of the house. I take care of 2 dogs. I take care of my husband. I take care of, I have a full-time job. This is just, what I do for fun. And I don't even really sell any of my stuff yet. I hear all the horror stories of people, trying to sell things, and then people stupidly, try to get their card to reverse the charges, or they claim they never received something, or you've heard of people even doing it, like if they went to an arts and crafts fair and they try to get the thing for free because they obviously bought it. They bought it at the thing. And then they try to get the charges reversed after buying it. And the thing is that the banks will just go, oh, okay, no problem. We'll just reverse the charges. And then you're out product and money. It's like people just want to use the Pittsburgh term, jagoffs about stuff. You obviously see how detailed and how much time this is taking me on some of these things, and people just get mean and saying, oh, I could do that, or oh, I know somebody who does it. Oh, yeah, it's like, okay, then go have them do it. And some of the things I have, like those, as Jerlea in the chat is saying about those welcome signs, those things are 4 feet long, and I can't ship those. There'd be no way I could ship that. And the shipping cost on that alone would be astronomical. And so I just, like, I have not done a local craft. And also in Pennsylvania, if you make over $600 in your craft, you get taxed, which I think is dumb. I'm really doing it for fun. Okay, let's get this guy. Yeah. He doesn't need any more white. I did his eyes. He looks good. What was that? Oh. Well, you're late. Let's see. I have a nice... I probably use this to paint that. It's Emperor's Gold. I've had this paint forever. What ding. Okay. So I'm going to pop pink over here. So I know I have more mice to paint. Exactly, as Jerley is in the chat is saying, people go out and spend $500 on a tote bag with somebody's name on it, but yet something like this, oh no, I'll only pay $2 for this. Thanks. It's total. But yet that tote bag was probably made with questionable labor practices in some country that doesn't care about unions or anything like that. So it's like, don't even want to go there. And then there are also the knockoffs of the knockoff, those too. So they yep, it is the same gold. Ha! That's funny. I was able to match that gold good. Yeah, and then you have the Timo knockoffs, the Shane or Shine, whatever, how you would pronounce it. Those. I mean, I've been to New York City a couple times, and of course you see people on the street selling the counterfeit knockoffs on the street. And they fall apart right away. Look at that pop. Come on here. There we go. I bought one bag. It wasn't a brand name or anything like that, but it was a nice bag. It had a kind of secure. It looked like a backpack, but it had like a hidden compartment for you to be able to put extra things in that hidden compartment, like your wallet and stuff. And um, it had a clasp on the top of it that you thought you were getting into the purse that way, into the backpack that way, and you weren't. And um, we were, I don't know where we were at, but when we got back to our hotel room, I noticed that somebody had undid the clasp, thinking that they were going to steal something out of my bag. So like, hey, it actually worked. But the material that it was made out of absolutely sucked, and it just kind of um, it broke and disintegrated on its own, and it was really it was nasty. So it was kind of lesson learned, but um, I don't know if I still have it because I shouldn't keep those things because I keep thinking, oh, maybe if I make one my own, that to use it as a pattern kind of thing. But I think I threw it away. Hopefully, I did. Yep. It's like, and now the problem that we have is that I've heard of people going up to people in booths and looking at things like this and going, oh, that's AI. It's like, you really, really need to get out of the house more and get to, go do an arts course or something, because I don't want to touch this. I screwed up. It's like you are touching it, you are seeing it physically. There's no way AI can make this. Now, if I took a picture of it and put it in the computer or on the internet, then yes, AI can grab that and turn it into whatever they want. They can make it, they can make this look like real mice sitting in a. Is that dry? Yeah. Okay. Sitting in a tuba. But for people to go up to people in booths and just claim that stuff is AI, that just really, really makes me worry about what we are putting ourselves through. Yep. AI can't make hands right. They can't make eyes right. AI has a hard time because AI looks at pixels and pixels are square. It can't do eyes correctly. Definitely can't do mandalas like dots and stuff like that. It sucks at it. That's not to say that I have used AI for, and this is funny, I've actually used it to make wallpapers from my computer that I've like, hey, I want to see, and yes, I am a graphic designer. Yes, I could make these things myself if, I wanted to do it in Photoshop or Illustrator or something. I could do these myself. But it is quite fun to be able to say, take a picture of my dog and, make them look like they're watching fireworks. And my dogs are scared shitless of fireworks. They won't go near, do anything like that. So to have a picture of my dogs with fireworks going off in the background is just, it's funny. So I do it that way. But I've done, other things just like, hey, I want to, but I don't sell them. I don't do anything with them. I just have them on my computer, and they're just something pretty something that I like to look at. But if I want to, do my own actual handmade art, and do, um, sometimes I can, I can do some of the AI and say, "Hey, I want to," to give me an idea of what I want something to look like. Um, and yes, I do use AI, like on the announcements that I make. There's the neon light, um, with my logo and stuff like that on a a dark wall with the stuff. Yeah, that's AI because I just don't have the time to hand make it myself, so I use it in a pinch, but that's it. That's all I use it for. It's just that, because everything else I do here is absolutely 100% real. So, a crocheting recipe. Yeah, you probably could. You probably could use it to. I mean, you could use it to say, "Hey, I have all these colors. What can I make it? How can I make these colors look good together?" Type of thing. There are some things that it's good for. Um, there was thing I was a conference that I was in that Harvard was there, and they were saying that or the Harvard museums were there, and they were saying that put they wanted to see how they knew that they could get AI to get smart and do things, and they took a picture of Vincent van Gogh and asked AI, "What is this?" And AI just said, "Oh, it's a painting." It had no idea. It took it over 400 days for it to finally get smart enough to say, "Oh, it is a painting by Vincent van Gogh of a self-portrait of him, doing this, and so it's funny. Still it's still learning, but boy, there are some things I have to just go, yeah, I'm not I'm not a fan of it. And then of course of it stealing art, um excuse me, stealing art and people using it or it using it to that is definitely a no. Or how people will take art. There was an artist that I follow that he was commissioned to make something. He gave them some samples. They didn't pay him. They paid him a portion of it. They didn't pay him the whole thing. And they said thanks, but no thanks. And then they turned around and took his art and ran it through AI and changed and altered his work to look like something um, that he didn't create. And he was not happy about that. And I hope, like with the voice artists that are out there, and even um, actors and stuff, they've have to have their voice is theirs. It is not to be used to train AI or for AI to manipulate it and create something. But I think it's a double-sided sword. Because you can also, like, how they use John Lennon's voice to make the last, I can't remember the name of the song that they did, that the Beatles did, but they used AI to recreate John Lennon's voice. And yeah, it sounds a lot like him. So would you use that for to hear a lost loved one's voice? Would you use it for that? It's not them saying, it's you programming it for it to say, uh, hi to your kids, their grandkids that they never met or anything like that. Would you do that? So, as we were watching watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, and there was a commercial on there for Alzheimer drugs from Lilly, and it's like, it was a sad commercial, but all right. Give me this guy. Time is it? 2:48. Let me. Yeah, that'll be good. You may have to go back over this section with the gray, with the gray. So I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get. Maybe so. Okay. It's actually looking better. Oh, jeebus, I totally forgot that section. Oh, give me this brush. Actually, let me do this one quick. Here we go. Am I in the view? No, I'm not. The only problem with doing this gold over the blue, especially at the edges, I don't know if you can see it, but it will pop through. So I end up having to apply it kind of thick on the edges to get it to cover up. Like this section right here, I got a blue over where the this gold should be. So I may have to go over it at least twice if I don't have a thick amount of paint on my brush to begin with. Mm-hmm. There we go. That'll work. Mm-hmm. It is popping a lot more than what it was to begin with. All right, I'm going to sit him off to the side and let him dry for a little bit. Let's get back to this guy. Yeah, this has been chipped or something there. And I don't know about copper reindeer antlers and a golden bear. Yeah, let's paint that bear something else. Actually, I know what I'll do. Let's do this. That's a little better than... These are weird. Copper is a shadow in an odd way. Could. I would have loved to have seen the original molds on these, like the item that they used to use as the master of these molds, because some of them are just so like, what did you intend in this spot? Because when you look at it this way, okay, there's 3 horns. Where's this come from? Oh, it's the 3rd horn from this side. So it's weird. Yeah. And how you would have thought that they would have moved it so that this would have been like over, instead of being off center of the one on the front. But hey, it was the 70s or 80s or 60s even. Like I said, I don't know how old these when these particular ornaments were created, or what the brand was that created them. But I'm kind of getting vibes like it's Max's antlers from the Grinch. And he tied the antlers onto his dog. I always thought of that. Poor Max. Poor dog. Tying those heavy antlers onto him. The poor dog's head goes plunk right down on the ground. And yes, we know that the Grinch loved his dog, but when Macy's Day's Parade had the I can't remember the girl's name. She was Cindy Lou Who in the Jim Carrey's The Grinch. She's now a singer, and she sang during a little spot of the Macy's Day Parade, and somebody dressed up as the Grinch was off in the thing, just going, "Oh my gosh, she was just this high not too long ago. Oh my gosh!" It's like so proud of her. They had the K-pop Demon Hunters on too. They did a part of their song. I should probably watch that. But that's the thing. I do this. I probably should sit and paint and catch up on movies and things. But me. Oh my gosh. 3 o'clock. All right. So I'm going to do this. I'm setting myself a timer for 25 minutes. See how far I get painting. Oh, actually, I know what I was going to do. I was going to do that color. What color did I do that bear? What color did I do that bear? Light bear. That color. We're going to make it a light color bear. Oh. Yeah, that's a better color bear. Brown bear. have painted it to look like a polar bear. Puppy dog, you're licking my toes. Silly. I don't mind that she does it. I do mind when she does it in the middle of the night. That wakes me up like something's licking my feet. Cool. That's a little bit better of a pair. Okay. I normally don't like my feet touched, but I let her. She can do it. Just as long as I know it's her. I know that it's, But yeah, I usually normally go, don't do it, and make faces, and my husband laughs at me because he knows I can't stand it. All right. So last night I went through and I painted him because this and the bag here was metallic, and I touched it up to not be metallic. So I'm going to leave his outfit that color or non-metallic because I may have to do something with the thing with that. I might apply a little glitter. Oh, excuse me. I might apply a little glitter or something to that. So let's tackle you. Or should I use that one? No, where's Santa Red? That's Fire Red. Cardinal Red. That's Opaque Red. Tomato Spice. Where's my Santa Red? I thought I had a Santa Red. That? No, that's where's the Crimson. Rooster Red. Where the hell? That's Brick. Red Iron Oxide. I know I have a Santa Red. Positive I have a Santa Red. Actually, what am I doing? Let me look at my numbers. Oh, how interesting. I thought I had one called Santa Red. Sure. I do have a Santa Red. Oh, I know where it is. All right. I know where Santa Red is. I won't get it. It's number 15. What are you? Mendocino. I'll stick with this. Cardinal red. That's a nice hot red. And I need my thinnest paintbrushes. Actually, I should give it a coat over white first before I do this. Hold up. Excuse me. Actually, not here. I have a voucher for Michael's here that I need to use before next Friday. I should probably buy more paintbrushes. Last year I bought a lot of paint. Oh, neat, you heard an owl. Oh, I haven't heard an owl in a long time. That's only because I can't hear them. I can't hear low bass noises. Like sometimes I can't even hear doves because when they coo outside, I can barely hear them unless they're sitting right over top of me. And then I can hear them. All right, come on here. I hate this. Little tiny hair stuck in there. Where I grew up, occasionally we would have a great horned owl would sit on the top of the telephone pole outside my window. And if I had my windows open, you'd hear him really loud. That was always cool. But yeah, I haven't been able to hear. I can hear high-pitched noises, super high, like really, really a neighbor threw out one of those greeting cards when you open up it makes noises. It plays the little dingy. I could hear that. It was somewhere in the neighborhood, and my husband thought I was nuts. But I'm like, no, I hear the noise. It's going off. Somebody threw out a birthday card, and it's just going off and off and off and off. Like the leaf blower. the neighbor has. Like certain really high pitch whiny noises I can hear in it, but bass sounds I can't hear. All right, let's touch up all his white since I've got it. Since I've got it on my paintbrush. Actually, what I should do, I should finish. What time is it? Okay, I have 10 minutes. Let's do that instead. I want to show one of them at least finished, so, or at least mostly finished. We're going to do this. I am going to touch up that belt. I don't like the green belt. I'll keep this blue, but I might actually give him a little shine to it so that he's got a shiny outfit. So let me move that around. Oh, let's see. What color eyes should I give him? Should I give him green eyes? That's where it's green. Yeah, I think so. Green. A fake warrant to arrest you for moving. Oh, geez. Some people have. Now I will tell you a funny thing, but our little small town was kind of back arse words on things, but my brother went into a local convenience store that had just been robbed, and the police showed up, and he had to, they questioned him and stuff, and Corey, and they're like, oh, okay, you can go, because he arrived well after it happened, and he told his boss, or he told the cop, he's like, I need an excuse. I need to, my boss is not going to like that I'm late for work. I got to have I need you to give me a, written excuse as to why I'm late for work. And, because they wouldn't let him go until they, cleared him from the scene, because they didn't know if they thought he was, the culprit. But, so the cop scribbled something down on something and handed it to my brother. My brother took off and went to work, handed it to his boss, and his boss, read the note and just looked at him really confused and then bust out laughing. The note said something. My brother's trying to tell him that he walked into the store after it was robbed, and then that was the reason why he was late. Here the cop wrote down, assisted in robbery. Didn't clarify that it wasn't him that did the robbery, just that he assisted in helping the cops, not know that it was him that did the robbery. So it's like, I don't know if he kept that note. He probably should have. But it was funny. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's give this guy some eyeballs. Okay, first, let's give him. I like to do this part first. I like doing that first, but boy, sometimes you make one really thick and one thin. And then you get a dog underneath you that bumps you, and you got to try to do something very, very. But his favorite story to tell of me is that we all worked in a factory, and they hired this one guy that his last name was just a little, had some vowels in it that was just a little weird, and to me at least. And I honestly asked him, like, how do you pronounce his name? Well, his first name was Jim. And he leaned over to me and he's like, Jim. I'm like, oh, geez. Like, that's not what I meant. I just wanted to know how to pronounce your last name, dude. So that's my brother's favorite story to tell. Here, look at him. He got his mischievous little mouse. Yeah, let's do a line here. Oh, it's hard to get in there. And I don't want to do it too thick. That is a super fine line. Let's make it a little thicker. Again, sorry if I'm pulling these a little closer to me. It's just very, very. Here we go. Okay. Let's go. It's funny when I get into this part and I hold my breath because I can't want to screw it up. Just let me start here and go up. And there is my timer. Okay. And put it around us. Almost done with him. Well, like I said, I'll touch him up a little bit more, but I at least wanted you to see that part. And he's cute. All right, now take the white and go back here and just give him a little dot, tiny dot. And put a little dot here on the other side. And without the dog bumping me. Here we go. That's a lot better than it was when I started here. So, but yep. So that's all I'm going to do for right now for live. I don't know if I'll do a live tomorrow afternoon, and I have tomorrow off. I don't know. Might. I don't. It just depends how I feel and everything. But I am signing off for today, at least. I will be working on these throughout the weekend. I probably will also do a live feed on Sunday, just because I keep promising Sundays. So I will show the progress of what I've got done on Sunday so that everybody can see what's been worked on and how they started and how they looked. Thank you so much, Shirley, for the conversations this afternoon. And hope everybody, if you are traveling, haven't traveled to anybody's place yet, safe travels for that. And don't eat too much. So, and remember to if you do eat, make sure you set your scales back 15 pounds. So you don't have to worry about that. So thank you very much. Happy Turkey Day, everyone.